10:32 on this 28th day of February. We are almost out of this, green mile of a month. It is a long one, It just seems like it never ends. And then March is here, and then Christmas shows up, and we're doing it again.
Oh, absolutely.
One thing that will be here all year long is the 175th anniversary of Evangelical Church. This is exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
175 years. That's a long time.
I don't think there's another. Is there anything else that's as old, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Is it around here, though?
St. Peter and Paul.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
St. Peter and Paul, I'm sure it's as old. St. Mary's is getting close.
It's just amazing, though, to think that Evangelical has been around for 175 years. And you drive by it and you think, we're still kind of a newer community.
Absolutely.
Being in the Midwest, you wouldn't think all the generations that have been in. So how is the church feeling just about the big 175 number alone?
Oh, we're very excited. Absolutely very excited. The committee has been working hard and very diligently since last July, putting together the plans and all the events for this year. So it has been work in progress. So we're all very, very excited for it.
So how did the church develop? What was the construction process like?
Well, now
I'm going to share
you have to remember that it was originally here in Alton at 8th and Henry Street. And then we had two different buildings at that location. And then in the late 1950s, it was decided we were going to have to expand, and there was not room at that site to really expand anymore. So they were very fortunate to be able to purchase a 20-acre plot of land there at the corner of Route 3 and Pierce Lane. And so we bought that and then constructed a new building in the 1960s at that location. So
1968.
Wow.
Is when we opened that church there.
Well, it's really it's so fascinating to hear that history a little bit too, because I guarantee you most people wouldn't realize that Evangelical was in Alton at first.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you have any?
Not only was the church in Alton, but at that time, even way back then, we also had a school.
Really?
It was a German school at that time, and the purpose of the school was to teach the German to the students so that they could go to confirmation class and be confirmed in German.
Wow.
Kind of continue their heritage.
That's
exactly.
really cool. Well, it's so fascinating, too, because we have Lacey on from the genealogy department at Hainer.
Right.
And, we had such a melting pot of a community and still do. To hear that is fascinating.
Absolutely.
So, we break ground on the new building in May 26, 1968. Evangelical is open, correct, that date?
That's when the building itself was open. Yes.
Correct.
And did you guys wait until, I guess, school started the following year?
No. School didn't start. We started with a preschool, with a school for the young years, and that was in the 1970s.
Right.
But the actual evangelical school didn't begin until the 1980s.
1983.
Really
Correct.
fascinating.
Yes.
I'm glad I asked that then. So with that being said, all members of the church family are invited to be a part of this really year-long celebration.
Absolutely.
And take me through it. So it's already kind of started, obviously. 2025 is here.
Right.
What have you guys been able to do just as a church community in the first couple of months to start marking the occasions?
Well, in January, we were able to just really kind of kick it off and get everything started. Give a little history to the group and to everyone. Remind everyone of where we had come from and how far we had come.
Cool.
Correct? Right. So then here in February, we kind of focused on our education and our mission because we did support some mission. We support a lot of outsourcing mission groups.
Yeah.
We do a one great hour of sharing, Neighbors in Need, Hoyleton, Kinder Cottage, the Hitz Home, the Du Bois Center, the Deaconess Hospital, the Bucket Brigade, Crisis Food Center, Oasis Women's Center, Mission Camper, Meals on Wheels, Feed the Need. I mean, we cover a lot. We do. We are very supportive of our outside community. And then also we did a refugee resettlement program there in the, I think it was in the 70s, 80s, 80s. Correct.
After the war, Vietnam War.
We had a wonderful family come to stay that we supported, and he was a very artistic, creative soul, and constructed beautiful wooden letters, which we use in our sanctuary on our choir boxes.
That's cool.
And at this time, the Spirit fills this house is what is displayed right now.
I love
and
it.
they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Well, and on top of that, too, just going back into the organizations and some of the missions and outreach, it's really fascinating and great for the community to hear a little bit of what you all do whenever we're driving by the church or the building every day.
Right.
Absolutely.
If I could ask you, because we're going to take a break here in a couple of minutes and come back and talk about all the events coming down the pipeline.
Okay.
But just personally for you two, was there a mission or an event or a program that you were a part of that you hold, kind of to a higher stand that you remember the most?
Well, I suppose probably one that we do remember the most was when we worked and built a house for Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, yeah.
And we did, but that we did that like 25 years ago. I mean, we were a lot younger then. So, we were able to do something that, takes that much energy and that much.
That had to have been so cool to be a part of.
Exactly.
That was at the 150th anniversary.
Right.
Is when they built the house for Habitat.
Right.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Right?
Do you have a mission or a project that you guys were a part of?
Absolutely. I am a strong advocate for the mission group. And that is when our youth go out and into the United States or other communities to help and assist those that are in need. It is a great program that involves the youth and truly fills them with an experience of finding the Lord. I mean, it truly does. You come away from that whole experience very moved. So it is an event. It is a program that happens every year. And one of our largest fundraisers for that program is the fish fry, which we're getting ready to start here at the beginning of
that's
Lent.
right. Isn't
right.
it, Easter got pushed back far this year.
Easter's April 20th this year. It's a little later. So
Yep.
our fish fries are getting ready to start here in March.
Yep.
And they are awesome.
And
Absolutely.
I want to mention also that mission trip. We take kids from our own church, but also kids from the community.
Exactly. Anyone that is wanting to go.
They don't have to be evangelical members in order to go on a mission trip.
That's really cool too.
Very, very welcoming and opening. Absolutely.
Take me through some of your leadership at the church. Some of the folks that we could listen to give a service when we come in. Some of the is it priest still at Evangelical? Just because I'm not familiar, I don't want to say the wrong term. Is it priest still?
Oh, sure.
Evangelical.
Oh, gosh,
okay, good.
yeah.
I just
Oh,
know
yeah.
because I always mess up one thing in interview, and I wanted to make sure I got.
No. It is open for anyone. Anyone comes in. We have a primary minister. We have a youth pastor.
Yeah.
Our youth pastor definitely takes care of a lot of all of our youth programs. His name is Tim Sandifer.
Okay.
And Tim is an awesome fella. I mean, so great with the kids. You'll definitely spot him right away. He has just got a smile as big as the world.
When is the youth services? When can we take our little ones or learn more about them?
During our church service, we have an opportunity where our youth come forward and we have a special moment with the pastor or with Tim and the youth. We also offer a puppet ministry. So sometimes the puppet ministry is in there as well, doing a special moment with the youth. And then right after that, there is like what we call Sunday school. And so then all the youth will go down with the smaller kids off for their Sunday school moments, and then our middle school and senior highs have their groups that go as well.
Fantastic.
Each Sunday, throughout it's primarily through the school year months, Tim meets with that middle school and senior high group. So they have their own special moments and times and
Sunday
events
evening.
that they
Sunday
do in the
evening.
evening,
Okay.
Sunday evening.
Right.
Correct.
Who and can you take us through the pastor real quick?
Well, right now we're kind of in between.
Okay.
We have an interim minister right now.
Okay.
And we're searching for a new senior pastor. And that search is going on at the same time we're doing this 170.
How exciting. Could you imagine walking in as the pastor with the big anniversary like
Right.
this one?
Well, we don't want to scare somebody off. We don't want them to think it's like this all the time.
Oh, but it is. But it is.
We'll take a quick break. It's 10:42 on this 28th day of February, the last day of the month. We'll come back with more of this great conversation right after this on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Welcome back, 1045, a little bit of change, back with Pam in Virginia. 175 years of Evangelical Church, United Church of Christ, and really just great to hear a little bit of the history. If you missed it, it'll be live at 11:30 on RiverBender.com/daily show for all of you on-demand tuner-inners. Back into the kit and caboodle of this conversation. Right. So we just had the kickoff in January.
Right.
We had an education and mission component of this in February. Right. Is that still ongoing?
Well, we're coming to a close with that. I mean, it's kind of coming to the end of it, but there are definitely wonderful things to view and look at outside of our church and in front of our chapel area. So, of course, all the memorabilia is fabulous. Wow. You know, that history.
That would be fun.
That is so fun to look at.
And even for folks, I mean, I don't know if it's, I might get myself in trouble by saying that, but for folks that maybe aren't members of Evangelical, but have grown up here and know it, what a perfect history.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please come and see everything that we've done and everything that can happen.
But now we're really getting excited for these next 2 months in March and April, because we're going to recognize people that have been baptized at Evangelical. And they don't have to be current members, but if they were ever baptized in our church and they want to come back and be part of that recognition, we're going to recognize them on March the 9th.
Mm-hmm. And that, I mean, and again, that includes anyone that was baptized at the 8th and Henry location, and or anyone, because they used to do home baptisms. Not sure if anyone's still around with that, but if that occurred in their life, they had a home baptism through Evangelical United Church of Christ, please come and join us. Absolutely.
So how does it work when you recognize them? How are we going to recognize the individuals?
I have a wonderful history statement, which I am going to read during that service, as well as our pastor is going to recognize everyone that is there, to ask them to stand. And then we are also going to do a kind of a congregation-wide rebaptism.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be like a resprinkling of the word. Okay?
Yeah, we're not dunkers. We're sprinklers.
We're sprinklers.
It's a bap shower.
A bap shower. Yes.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
And I also saw, is there going to be a display?
Absolutely.
This is where I find it cool. I like that type of stuff.
The history from early baptisms to current baptisms. Tradition. Baptisms carry a lot of different traditions with different families.
Yeah.
Okay. And so anyone that has any memorabilia from their past baptism that they'd like to share with us, please bring. We'll definitely put it on display and then make sure we get it back to you. But there are so many different traditions that people carry within their own families on how they celebrate that occurrence. So our family, this is my mother. Our family has a baptismal gown that we have passed down through the ages. Yes.
I really like that though, because it's like you said, it's nostalgic, but it's also
very traditional.
It is
very traditional,
and it's history too. Because evangelical, just in my 26 years of being here, everyone that I know that has been that goes to evangelical, not everyone, but 9 times out of 10 has a very successful life, and they do really good things in the community. And to see kind of just like you said, in the 80s, the school being established, and not even, 40 years later, we're seeing the results of your family, of the church family, because you can't have a good school without a good church.
No. The bridge between the two of them is extremely important, and we definitely try to make sure that bridge is strong and very well walked back and forth. We really definitely go back and forth.
Well, and you're doing this recognition of baptism right at the right time, because Easter will be on April the 20th.
Exactly.
So you're starting off
with baptism in March, and then in April we're going to recognize all of our confirmands.
Yep.
Because Evangelical also has the tradition of confirmation when you're in the 7th or the 8th grade. And so that's kind of a reaffirmation of your baptism and confirmation.
Well, and that's a big deal. If you went to private school, it was always that time of the year where you'd see the 6th and 7th graders start going on their trips back to the church. And, you knew what was going on.
Yep.
And there have been so many folks that have been confirmands through Evangelical. And again, they are absolutely more than welcome. Please come and join us. It would be April 13th will be the recognition for the confirmands.
And what time is that service?
It's 10 o'clock in
10
the morning.
o'clock, okay. Just so we can put that in the article.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And so, with that being Palm Sunday, how does the church go into Easter and recognize Easter and celebrate the resurrection of?
Well, we of course celebrate all of Holy Week.
Okay.
So we start with Palm Sunday. We recognize then on Thursday, Maundy Thursday. We have services then on Maundy Thursday. Then we'll have a special service on Good Friday, and then of course Easter Sunday morning.
The celebration of resurrection
we'll
on Sunday.
2 services
Sunday? 2 services on Easter Sunday. We usually have one, I can't remember if it's 7:30, 8 o'clock.
But an early bird.
And then a 10 o'clock.
I'm an early bird person.
Yeah.
I really am. But every time I go to early, this is a true statement. I always get hit with the water, right? I ride in the eye like it's a cannon, Happened to my grandpa before he left us. He got hit right there.
That's a wake up, CJ. Wake up.
That's right.
Now you know where you are.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's true. Coming up on May the 11th is recognition of past members who became pastors. This should be fascinating.
Absolutely. That's very fascinating. Of course, we have had some families that have had their children go on to become clergy. And so we are definitely going to celebrate that and recognize those folks and invite them back to join us for a special celebration. And that would be on May 11th. One of the past members, her name is Reverend Laura Renault. Laura was in my confirmation class. She and I were in Sunday school together. And so to have Laura come back as her new profession, I'm very excited to see Laura.
Awesome.
This is awesome. It is, absolutely.
Well, and with that too, like, David Ostendorf and Jennifer Muggenberg.
Right, Muggenberg.
I've been on fire today. This is a good show. Good show.
Yeah,
CJ's pronouncing everything right today.
Spot on.
And Brian Bish.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's just some, I'm assuming.
Right.
It is.
Photo display outside the chapel that day?
Absolutely. Lots of photo displays.
See, I love that type of stuff. And then the 8th of June seems like this is a pretty big, fun time to be a part of Evangelical yet again to start your summer off.
Everybody's birthday.
And we're going to have a big dinner that day. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to make our chicken salad and our homemade German potato salad for that picnic, because we used to have a fall festival and we were pretty famous for the chicken salad and German potato salad that we served. And like I said before, our members have gotten older and we can't really do that anymore. So our own members will be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
So we're going to celebrate birthdays, and then again at that celebration is when we will supply the chicken salad and the German potato salad and birthday cakes for everybody. So it's going to be a birthday bash.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I really mean, I just think it's so great that honestly,
Well, there's no way that you can celebrate 175 years in one Sunday.
Well, you can't.
So you have to stretch it out.
What I think's cool is you're putting out all the stops. It's not just a day of history, and the barbecue down the road. I mean, you're really taking every moment you all can in this committee to celebrate every aspect of your church.
Absolutely. July is the ice cream social, and then we would celebrate the groundbreaking of our current church. And then in August, we're going to recognize our past pastors, all of the pastors that we have had from our past, and of course the display of photos and everything. October will be our recognition of our school, because school will have started. Okay, and so we're going to recognize our school, our elementary school, as well as our preschool. We're going to have a dedication to a memorial tree to be planted. Of course, Evangelical is part of that roundabout situation. And so, our whole facade in front is going to look a little different here in a couple years, but we are going to plant a tree. Okay,
we're going to have to plant a bunch of trees.
Exactly. Eventually, we'll plant a bunch of trees again. Yes, exactly.
I think they're going to take a bunch. I think we're going to have to plant a bunch.
Just in case,
And then on October 19th will be our final celebration, and that's going to be the big party.
That is going to be really cool. And when we get closer to that date, too, come back on so we can, all the big events.
You invite us, we will be here.
Yeah, I would love to. Anytime we can be around, especially to be a part of this. This is a big year for you guys.
It is.
175 is, and honestly, we got through it all in 25 minutes, but we could take 25 minutes on each of these topics.
Right.
We could.
Before we go into the final part of this, if you guys are just tuning in, you can be a part of the 175th anniversary of Evangelical United Church of Christ. This interview will be available in a half hour's time on RiverBender.com /daily show. Real quick, are you guys ready for the roundabout construction? Is there a way to still get to church, or any logistical issues we got just for folks that this year that we have to worry about that?
The roundabout actually is not really going to start really pushing until 2026.
Okay, so you can
So
celebrate
we
this
do.
year.
We
Good.
have this year to celebrate, and
Good.
we'll still be able to navigate in and out of our own current entrances and exits just fine.
Yeah, and it wasn't because I know it's it wasn't that. It's just because if someone sees a road sign, they think, "Oh, can't go anywhere now."
Panic. Yeah. You know what, of course, has happened, is that our electrical sign and all of our advertisement, we did have to take away to get ready for wires and everything like this. So what we are going to be doing is displaying banners. We're going to get some of the nice big old school banners and put those guys up so then folks know what we've got going on and when to come visit and to come visit. We are open. Please come see us.
Yeah.
Well, and with that being said, what is your hope the audience takes away the most out of this conversation, also just the year ahead? What do you hope the region gets out of this, or what would you like for them to do within this year?
Well, we just want everybody to know that they are welcome to come and visit us. We would certainly love to see people that have been members or have been associated with the church anytime in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody that just wants to take a new look at us will be happy to talk to those people too. So we're there. Our services are at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, every Sunday. And so anybody and everybody is welcome.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to add on to that statement?
That is it. She covers it all.
She was good today.
She was good.
Can you, anything else we need to talk about right now before I say goodbye for so long?
I think we are good. I appreciate you having us on. Thank you so very much.
Well, you can be a part of these special services, events, and community outreach that will continue from January to October 2025, the second Sunday of each month. Be a part of it. We'll link everything on RiverBender.com in a write-up. I am out of time today, so I got to get back to work. All righty, I'll see you Monday. Enjoy it. Go have fun with your family and friends. 70 degrees today. Don't be in an office. Life's too short. Now, all you got to do is try your best to stay out of jail.
He said he would.